Hi guys, I'm back with another book about waffen SS. It's called Armor Battles of the Waffen SS and is written by Will Fey, a tank commander of the World War II, and it's mainly focused about the Second Battle of Kursk, the defense in Russia of the Germans, and then battle in the west, the debarkation, Normandy, and then Budapest defense, and then Berlin defense in the end. So it is made by stories of tank commanders. They write the facts that they happen, like how they break through to save their own company or men or certain leaders like Piper. And then yeah, it's a good inspiration if you want to paint something like tanks. They give number of tanks, not too many photos in this book, but a lot of war stories. So I will just read you like three short lines, mostly about the Wittmann, and one interesting story. So during the battle that followed, the two platoons of the Wonderwolf and Wittmann fought in feverish action. By noon, Wittmann panzer along with the gunner Balthazar Wall behind the 88 centimeter gun had knocked out 10 34s and 5 packs. Wittmann then went on reconnaissance and spotted another pack and 70-34, which he attacked with his platoon. Wonderwolf platoon took part in the fighting, during which all 11 enemy tanks and the packs were destroyed. By the evening, Wittmann crew had wiped out another 10 T-34 and 7 packs. Only after several days of fighting was the Panzer Division able to recapture Brusilov on November 24. The Tiger started out on 6 December, the pack barrier, numerous packs were knocked out. Then Wittmann Tiger destroyed Russian Osoga and shortly was reached. The enemy was in retreat in a long column of vehicles. The Tiger destroyed the column with high explosive shells. The Panzer kept rolling towards Golovin. When Russian tanks opened fire on them, they returned it and hammered the enemy into the ground. Michael Wittmann, who knocked out his 66th enemy tank in the east during those days and banked almost as many packs, had a saying: "Each tank counts, but each pack counts double." On January 13, Michael Wittmann received the Oak Leafs to the Knight's Cross for a total of 88 knocked out tanks, and his gunner, Theodore Wish, was also handed Knight's Cross for the contribution in the 88 victories. This one is a short one about the Panzer that had to be left behind till the next day to be towed. So we could not have been all that far from our own main front line when the column suddenly stopped. What was going on? Somewhere ahead another Tiger had gone unserviceable. Its crew was to remain with the Panzer in the woods through the night, and it would be towed the next day. Using headlights, we loaded and wounded and dead into the ambulance and trucks. The platoon and company assembled on the path in the woods and returned to the old position. The crew of the Tiger left behind had an uncomfortable night. While they were silent inside the Panzer, they heard the Russian come closer and walk around the Panzer, do pull-ups on the gun barrel, and converse in their hoarse throat sounds. Only with the dawn could our own be brought out by a track towing vehicle. They will never forget that night. That's creepy. And I think the last one, we can remove these things also. If I can reach it. Yeah, finally did. So this is the submission for the awarding of the Oak Leafs with swords to the Knight's Cross. Wittmann received order in the 22 June to secure the left flank of the corps near Villain-Bocage. It has been expected that English tank forces that had broken through our advance to the south. Wittmann arrived at the exact time as ordered with 6 Panzer 6, that means Tigers. During the night of June 12 to 13, extremely heavy artillery fire to change position 3 times. Wittmann sitting in cover 200 meters south of the road with his Tiger recognized an English tank unit followed by English armored personnel carrier battalion. The situation required the fastest possible action. Wittmann did not have the time to issue orders for his men in the distant position. Instead, he pushed immediately, firing on the move with his panzer into the English column. This quick action initially broke up the enemy column. Wittmann destroyed 4 Sherman tanks from 80 meters, then moved his Tiger into a parallel to the column and drive along the column 10 to 30 meters, firing in the direction of the march. He was able in very short time to knock out 15 heavy enemy tanks. Another 6 tanks were hit and their crews forced to bail out. The accompanying battalion in armored vehicle was almost completely destroyed. The other 4 panzer of the Wittmann company followed behind, took 230 prisoners. Wittmann pushed ahead while in the front of the column into the town of Wilhelm-Bocage in the center. His panzer was immobilized by a heavy enemy attack. Despite this, he destroyed all enemy within reach and routed the enemy unit. Then Wittmann retreated and then later he came back with 15 enemy panzer and pushed again towards Wilhelm-Bocage. Single-handedly destroyed the enemy, the English 22 Armored Brigade. With this account of today, Wittmann was achieved a total number of over 138 enemy tanks, 132 enemy packs with his panzer. Signed, Sepp Dietrich, Oberstkommandantur and Panzer General of the Waffen SS. I think the commander of the Leibstein data. So here you are, 3 short stories, I hope. Sorry, my English is not my natural language, so it's a bit hard for me to read in English. But I enjoy this book and I recommend if you want to just find some history about German tanks. It's a very interesting one. And hope you guys like it and see you in my next video. Bye bye.